Dale Jarrett is a Cup Series champion. He's also a NASCAR Hall of Famer, and he's an analyst on NBC's NASCAR coverage. On Sunday at Darlington, like everyone else watching, the three-time Daytona 500 winner saw what happened late in the race between Bowman and Daniel Suarez. He also heard the comments from both drivers. During the post-race show, Jarrett offered his thoughts about both the incident and the driver's remarks, and didn't hold back in how he feels that today's drivers are too sensitive. With 50 laps to go on the track too tough to tame on Sunday, Bowman attempted to hold off Daniel Suarez in a battle for the 8th spot. The HMS driver first blocked the 99's move to the inside before mirror driving and quickly sliding up the track toward the wall to prevent the Trackhouse car from making a pass on the outside. That second block proved costly. Suarez hit the right rear of the number 48 and sent the HMS car into the wall. The number 99 then got sideways and started sliding down the track before taking a nasty hit on the left front from the 21. All three cars were done for the night. A few minutes later, NBC first caught up with the Trackhouse driver after his visit to the Infield Care Center.
I went to the inside, and after that, he blocked me pretty low. I had to lift a little bit, not to wreck him and put him into the inside wall because, we both are Chevy partners, so I didn't want to do that to him. But then I would go high, and then he blocks me again. You can block once, you cannot block twice like that. He has to use his brain a little bit more. We've been racing here for 3 hours and a half, and to wreck 40 laps to go is a little bit dumb.
A short time later, Bowman was interviewed and informed of his competitor's comments and responded.
Yeah, obviously it didn't work, so he chose not to lift and to crash us, but every time I race the 99, he does something dumb. So whether it's his crew chief flipping me off on the way to the airport or just anytime I'm around him, he blocks me really aggressively. So
following Kyle Larson's post-race burnout and interview, NBC visited with multiple drivers on pit road before sending the broadcast to the Peacock Pit Box with Dale Jarrett, Kyle Petty, and Marty Snyder. Unsurprisingly, the Bowman-Suarez incident was a hot topic of conversation, and Jarrett didn't hold back what he specifically thought about Bowman's remarks.
If you know that there's someone that you have a difficult time racing against, then you shouldn't keep doing the same things and put yourself in that position. So these guys need to learn. The other side of it is these guys are a little too sensitive. They're worried about somebody flipping them off and
on the way to the airport.
Mad. If they'd have never made it in the 80s and 90s,
how would David Pearson have felt about that?
While Jarrett's comments were in direct response to what Bowman had to say, they could have applied to another incident that happened earlier this year. It happened at the Coca-Cola 600 when Bubba Wallace flipped the bird to Eric Almirola, who took exception to it and confronted the 2311 racing driver during the rain delay. That's when a shoving match ensued that lasted for several seconds, with both drivers taking verbal shots at each other. After the race, Almirola explained what happened.
Giving Bubba a lot of room when we were racing around each other, and when he got by me, he shot me the bird, so I just went to go ask him why he shot me the bird, and he started mouthing off and cussing at me, and I told him I wasn't going to have that. So, yeah, disappointing. It's just, that's him.
That incident started a conversation among fans and drivers and the usage of the middle finger. But as anyone who has followed racing knows, it's a tradition that's been part of the sport for years. Unlike stick and ball sports, where players are in close proximity to each other and can talk trash or shove the opponent to let them know they're not happy, the bird is far and away the simplest and safest way to voice those same feelings inside a race car traveling close to 200 miles per hour. Jarrett's feelings reflect that mentality, but Wallace's co-owner, Denny Hamlin, sounded off on the issue earlier this year and seemed to indicate that the times have changed.
No, it's out of style. Everyone needs, whoever still does it needs to stop because it's out of style. Stop doing it. It's childish.
Just over a week after Hamlin's remarks, Wallace vowed to stop doing it. He hasn't been in the headlines for his middle finger usage since. Based on Jarrett's comments, he should have never stopped.